I am Dracula. I bid you welcome.
It's alive!
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Google Gobble, Google Gobble.
We belong dead.
Have a potato.
Welcome to this episode of The Good, The Bad, and the Odd with your host, Mark and Sam. Today we're talking about a Universal film, so this is part of our Universal series, right? And it is The Mummy, 2017.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to contact... I should say, hi Sam.
Hi.
Right, so if you want to contact us, I'll just go to the website and do it that way. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we've got an RSS feed, we've got a Facebook group, which I think I said wrongly last time. It's actually facebook.com/groups/the good, the bad, and the odd, all as one word. I got it wrong. For some reason, the one I gave last week is my personal link, which is not... Or it's more about my feed rather than the site's feed. So it's the good, the bad, and the odd, all as one word. Under groups. Okay. Let's. I'll tell you what. Let's pull up the comfy chair after this.
You're about to experience the cultural phenomena.
What's it all about? Know what I mean?
That's sweeping the nation. Oh yeah, it's happening.
It's frightening what we've created. The Stinking Paws Podcast.
I'd sooner go out and see a bleeding horror film, I said, than a thing like that.
A fortnightly show where we review classic and not so classic movies. Truly fine professional piece of work, taking a look at some of your favourite movies of all time. I'm ready to go. I'm really ready to go. No, I'm not. You can find all our previous episodes on our website, stinkingpaws.com.
Unorthodox.
Follow us on Twitter @stinkingpaws or join the Facebook group.
The majesty and grandeur of the English language is the greatest possession we have.
And it needed something to sort of give it a breath. It needed something to give it a. I can't say it. I can never say. I always say fresh of breath air.
Brilliant.
The noblest thoughts never flowed through the hearts of men are contained in its extraordinary, imaginative, and musical mixtures of sound.
Probably good not to do a podcast if you can't say basic
English.
Yeah.
And you can also subscribe to the show at iTunes. As we said, a truly professional podcast. Yeah, they all sort of play each other off each other. That sounded wrong. They all sort of play each other off. They all say that. They play one another. I'm not even going to go there.
They
play.
Let's give this some serious thought. They play one another against each. No.
Does that sound right? I don't know.
I know what you're trying to say.
Get the comfy chair!
Okay, so I've got two things.
Okay, I've got two as well, so...
doesn't matter then. All right, you go first.
Okay, now, I've recently saw the film Moana. Disney's, I think it's most recent animated thing.
Because it's spelled like Mona, isn't it? Or am I dreaming?
Moana.
Like Mona.
Yeah. It's released November last year.
Oh, yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
It's based around old myths from like Polynesian seas, really, around that sort of area, Maori and that sort of thing. It follows this young girl called Moana, who's the daughter of a chieftain. She specifically says not a princess.
Okay.
At several points, and Maui, the demigod, who's voiced by The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, I was just looking at the cast list. Nicole Scherzinger and Jermaine Clement.
Yeah, Jermaine Clement as Tamatoa.
I like it.
Giant crab, who all of this. It's got really good songs. This film.
Has it?
Really good, and they're all sort of, I'd say, locally themed. They're all like, they've all got heavy on like sort of bongo-y drums sounding.
Nice,
like,
percussive, right?
That sort of thing. Yeah, it sounds like it would be from the area, except Jermaine Clement's song, which just sounds like a David Bowie song.
David Bowie, nice.
Because he can do a really good David Bowie impression.
Yeah, I've seen him in Flight of the Conchords do stuff like that. So yeah,
and it's really funny because Tamatoa, when he's speaking, just talks like Jermaine Clement.
Yeah, well,
it's like, hello there, I know. It's like, but then he starts singing, and it's like, it sounds like David Bowie. But yeah, it's a really good song, and it actually got kind of a snubbed for
Oscars
animated music.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, for Zootopia.
I haven't seen Zootopia, but
yeah, exactly.
It hasn't got that much buzz as it Zootopia, or is it? I'm not sure.
Nah. But it's really good. It's got a really good sort of.
Oh, I'll try and watch that.
Themes.
I'll try and watch that.
I highly recommend watching
I'll try and watch that. I see Alan Tudyk's.
Alan Tudyk's "Hey Hey the Chicken." So it's just him going like. There's a really funny behind the scenes video of him doing some, and then he just turns and goes, "I went to like Stanford." You went to university.
Nice. That sounds good. Yeah, I think I need to watch this. It's on Sky, so there's no reason I can't watch it. So I've got it, ready to watch, but I just never got around to it. Cool, nice one. My first one, I think I'll just talk about a game, and I won't be very long about it. Sniper Elite 4 I've been playing. Pretty cool. Really well made. I like the Sniper Elite games since 2, really. Though 3, I kind of got stuck on one level and I got fed up with it and just stopped. But I fancy giving 4 a try. I really enjoyed it. In particular, fun is it's got an extra level you could do where you kill Hitler. Which 2's got.
They all have them.
Yeah, 2's got, but 2's is a bit disappointing in that you can't get close to Hitler. You got to do it as a long shot. You're kind of stuck in a certain place, and you've got to take all your shots from there. And the only way to kill Hitler is wing him on the leg as he's running between vans, and then shoot him. Okay. And it's all a long way away. Not the case in Sniper Elite 4, and I didn't realise this because you start off in this massive warehouse. Oh, sorry, it takes place in this massive warehouse. You have to creep in first. That takes a bit of doing. Yeah. It's not a warehouse. It's more like a shipbuilding indoor structure. It's massive. There's loads of guards, and you have to crawl around and try and avoid them and all this, that, and the other. But essentially, you're picking them off. You're kind of getting them to chase you, and then you're hiding and crawling past them and stuff like that. And essentially, at some point during all this mayhem, and I'm thinking, well, where is Hitler then? And suddenly a star appears on the screen. It's like Target. It's like, So I started creeping towards it. And anyway, it comes into this room after about an hour of crawling around this place and avoiding getting shot. And he's got 3 bodyguards, and they don't see me. So I take out the 3, and Hitler pulls out his Luger. I run round him, take him out with a throat cut. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oh. But it felt, I don't know how to describe this, but it felt sort of weird, deliberately killing someone you could put a name to, even though it's Hitler. Yeah. It feels really quite weird.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing with actual people. It's kind of, it feels wrong.
It does feel wrong.
It's
Even
like-
isn't it? And I was saying to someone, it's Hitler. It's
But
Hitler.
it's
But,
like-
you know.
You're killing someone with an actual. This is a person.
Yeah, but it is Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good fun. I never thought I'd feel that way about killing Hitler, to be honest. You know, but it's just killing someone you know. That's what, or someone you've heard of, or whatever. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It just feels weird. Until you try it, I can't describe it really. But it is wrong, and it is wrong. But even that, so, which makes me wonder how people are going to start feeling when these VR things, which are way more realistic, you know, and if they ever put people's names to them, it's like, that's going to be super weird.
Yeah. I felt weird back in Call of Duty Black Ops, where there was like, if you played the zombies mode on the moon, there was a system where like you'd be attacked by people with your friends' names on them.
Oh, that is so weird.
But they'd just be like in a space uniform, space like a bobblehead, a fishbowl helmet sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's an astronaut's uniform. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you couldn't see them, but you were just being attacked by your friends. It's like,
that is weird too, right? Yeah, a good game. In fact, I've gone back. I couldn't find my copy of Sniper Elite 3. I had one, so I've had to buy it again.
Yeah,
because I really this made me give me a taste of. Yeah, I do want to play Sniper Elite 3 again. But I managed to get a really good pack for £15, which is pretty. You know, like a game of the year with knobs on kind of version, which I thought, yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm not sure. There's a few good games coming out towards Christmas as well, so that's kind of cool. And in the new year, so but there was no games I really fancied playing apart from Sniper Elite 3. So I got that. Okay, back to you.
Okay, now the other thing I've done is I've been playing Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay,
a game that I played back on the PlayStation 1. It's an old game.
Yeah, that is old.
It's on Steam. It's not recently come to Steam. I was thinking about it and then I just looked it up and it was there.
Okay.
So I bought it. And it's a sort of science fiction fantasy game. So there's like spaceships and all sorts of stuff, as well as dragons. And it's based around this main character, Squall Lionheart, though it's spelled Leonheart. It's basically him trying to find out who he is, really, because he can't actually remember his past, as well as trying to stop this sorceress that's trying to destroy the world.
All right.
So that's the story. It's pretty good, but it's way more complex than I remember it. Like, it's got like a system whereby you have these magical spirits called guardian forces, and you can tie them to your characters, which gives them the ability to use magic. But you can also use them to tie spells to your stats, and then it's already got really complicated from there, and it just keeps getting more and more so. So either I just somehow figured out a way that worked for me, or I just didn't do this, or you did it for me back on PlayStation 1. So
can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever playing Final Fantasy, right? Is what you said.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Don't remember ever playing that.
One.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's pretty fun so far, so...
Okay, cool.
So far, it's a recommend.
Was it on the network? Free one, or did you...
No, I got it through Steam.
Steam. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is a film from the 80s, sci-fi comedy film from the 80s, Critters. It's called Critters. It's basically a Gremlins rip-off, kind of.
Okay.
It was made in 86, which is a few years after Gremlins. Now, I've got a story about this. I actually went to the cinema one day, and I had the whole day free, and I thought, I'm going to see a couple of films. And on the same day, I went to see Critters on the big screen and Howard the Duck.
Oh.
So I came out of one and went into the other one. So what a day that was. Actually, Critters is all right. It's not great. It's no Gremlins, but it's kind of fun. There's these little fuzzball things. They're about the size of a bowling ball, maybe a bit smaller. They're black fur. They've got evil red eyes, and they've got lots of teeth. And they actually get a lot bigger if they start eating a lot as well. And in the meantime, space alien bounty hunters are sort of chasing him, and these alien bounty hunters can take the form of other people they encounter. So one of them sets decides he wants to look like a rock star he sees on a video, and he just stays like that. But the other one keeps swapping faces for people around the town, so he becomes like the vicar. Or a sheriff, a deputy. It's really weird, and they're wearing these bizarro outfits too. And they're trying to kill these critters. They've been sent to hunt these critters, and the critters are like, it's fairly bloody. It's like a 15 certificate, I think. But Dee Wallace is in it. Do you know Dee Wallace from E.T.?
That sounds familiar.
And funny enough, there is an E.T. joke. At one point, a critter finds an E.T. doll, doesn't realise it's a doll, and saying, "Which planet are you from?" This critter's saying to in like subtitles, and then he bites his head off. So there's that. It's also got. Do you know Emmett Walsh? He's like, he usually plays the grumpy old dude, fat dude. He was like the guy in Blade Runner that set Harrison Ford off on his mission. If that helps.
The police chief.
Yeah, he was also. Have you seen Red Scorpion with Dolph Lundgren?
No, I haven't.
Okay, he was like the pissed off like American journalist guy in that. He's pretty good. And Billy Zane's in it as well when he was super young. Wow, I think he's got a ponytail. I couldn't quite tell. Okay. he's like going out with basically they're attacking a farmstead. These things.
Okay.
They're trying to survive it. And these, it's a fun film. The guy that directed it, Stephen Herrick. It never occurred, I didn't realise it, but watching this film actually reminded me a lot of another film, and he directed that film, and that was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Wow.
So that was the first one, wasn't it? The Excellent Adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
And if I remember in that, they have a couple of, not bounty hunters, but like androids that look like Bill and Ted, right? Taking their place for a while. Is that right?
No, that's the next one.
Okay, I got that wrong.
They just time travel out for a bit.
Oh no, it's another film. I'm thinking of another film again called The Last Starfighter, where this guy has to go up into space to fight an alien horde, and they replace him with an android. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen that.
Yeah, so the vibe of that. These are very similar vibe kind of film. This director did a few other ones you'd know, like for example, we did the live action 101 Dalmatians.
Okay.
And that's got a lot of like slapsticky kind of comedy violence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of the Home Alone kind. And Critters is kind of a bit like that too. There's all this goofy stuff. There's one point the critters or Krites they're called are always hungry, and they'll eat anything, cows and people and anything. But one guy throws a massive firework at it, lit, and he just picks up and eats it. And then it's standing there and suddenly it goes boom, and you kind of see smoke come out of his ears, and it goes and just falls over dead. And they're only little dull things, so it's a bit like that. It's kind of stuff like that, right? So it was good. I'd give it like 6 out of 10 maybe. It was on Amazon Prime. I watched it on Amazon Prime, or it might have been Netflix. Okay. I can't remember now. It was one or the other. So I watched it for free. And I literally haven't seen this since 1986. So the last time I saw this film was over 30 years ago.
Wow.
And I could still remember bits of it. So it stands up, There were 3 sequels as well. So there were 4 Critters films in all. And it was, I wouldn't be surprised if someone makes another one sometime. Wouldn't surprise me at all. They do deny that this wasn't inspired by Gremlins, but it obviously is. There's 2 other films I can think. Sorry, another film apart from this one, which I could think of that's directly inspired by Gremlins. There was one called Ghoulies, and that was more like little demons. Say again?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, so. I've not seen it. I've seen gifs of it. Whereas one coming out of a toilet or something, and that's it's meant to be kind of fun too. And I think that was also because when they at the end it says film. If you like this, you might like these. Ghoulies came out after this one, so it's like I can watch that too, but I didn't. Obviously. Okay. Yeah, so it's all right. Yeah. Okay, so that's me. So that's both of us. Right?
Yeah, that's both of us done.
Okay, let's stand up from the comfy chair and get on with our Universal series.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Get on with it.
Okay, The Mummy. Right. So they were supposed to reboot this boot this Dark Universe idea that they've got with Dracula Untold, right? But they kind of jettisoned that now, haven't they?
Yeah, they've jettisoned that, and I suspect they're probably going to jettison this one too.
Do you think? I don't see why they'd have to.
This did not do well. No, wait, it did do well. It was just critically destroyed.
It was destroyed. Now, consider it got properly... I mean, hold on. Should we say spoilers from now on?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, we're going to call spoilers.
Will really be bothered by us spoiling The Mummy.
Okay.
It's a remake of a remake, so...
Is it? I wouldn't say... Yeah. I would say it's based on the very first Universal film, and apart from that, it's not really based on anything. Because like a lot of them, they don't... So actually, you know what? Hammer did do some... Hammer's version of The Mummy was a remake of... Or using a basic story of one of the sequels of The Mummy. It's really weird. Yeah. It jumps around. Okay, so do you think it deserved the pan it got?
Yeah, probably, because... It's clearly trying to be several things, which it doesn't really achieve.
It's suffering from that Iron Man 2 syndrome, right? Of trying to world build in the middle of the story, right? Which is a really bad idea. You got these things have got to be organic. And it's weird, because I was thinking about this. The original Universal had all of these monsters versus monsters in the end, didn't they? But they were much more organic. They weren't trying to force it right from...
Yeah.
They were. Thing is, I think this suffered from having a grand plan.
Yeah.
They'd have been better off just doing a film and then figuring out how to wire it together later.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, I did enjoy what I'd consider the first half, which is right up until where Russell Crowe properly appears. I mean, he appears right at the beginning, doesn't he, briefly?
Yeah.
We don't know who he is, though, other than his name's Henry.
Yeah.
But then it kicks off into something else. So what do you think of Tom Cruise in this?
I think that the writers wanted to make him like Chris Pratt, sort of Star-Lord. Like all sorts of a bit kooky, a bit everything.
Or Indiana
But he
Jones.
just came across as way too much of a dick.
Yeah, there was a bit of that.
He was just aggressively unlikable. So
do you think he tried to redeem himself in bits, didn't he? Do you think?
In bits, and then he'd immediately like run off and leave the...
Oh yeah, that was awful. I've forgotten
on
that.
her own.
Yeah, so. That was. Yeah, they misjudged some of that, didn't they? Because once he became likable, you didn't want to reel back on that, but they did, unfortunately.
They kept doing it.
Did you generally like the film or not?
It was okay in bits. Like I really liked Princess Arminette.
Yeah,
she was really creepy and all sorts of weirdly like. Spooky as she like walked around while she was half decomposed, and
I kind of like that.
That was all weird. I actually was okay with the Presidium stuff, the organization.
Well, yeah, I thought that was a bit goofy.
And Russell Crowe doing Hyde was amazing.
I did like his Hyde, but I want to see its own film. I don't want him to be like a guest star.
Yeah. He does need his own thing.
Yeah.
But I think they should do it like Spider-Man Homecoming, where it's like he's just already Hyde and Jekyll.
Yeah. Well, that kind of has been established now. And it's interesting, the credits, right from the get-go, you know, the Universal logo becomes the Dark Universe logo.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So they're obviously setting this up big time to be Dark Universe. Now, I know that they intend to have Dracula, which I don't think they've cast. They got Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man, which seems weird.
I know the next film is supposed to be Bride of Frankenstein.
Bride of Frankenstein. Weird.
Yeah.
That's interesting because Penny Dreadful's kind of going across that ground and doing it rather successfully.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Okay, so the announced films, they've not got release dates yet, but there's Bride of Frankenstein, which is 2019.
Yeah.
And it's a Creature from the Black Lagoon film. Then Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Then a Van Helsing film. Then Wolfman.
But no Dracula.
Then Frankenstein, then Dracula, then Phantom, and then Hunchback of Notre Dame.
This seems so bizarre because I personally think Dracula seems like the real...
Yeah, Dracula would be the overarching...
But maybe because they muffed... Dracula Untold, they decided not to revisit Dracula.
You don't want to do it too soon after you mess up like
Yeah,
that.
the Mummy seems a weird starter,
Yeah,
but basically,
but it's a good way to like bring new people into the fold, because the Mummy story is basically people stumble across something horrible and then it all goes wrong.
Yeah.
So
there is something to that, and of course they've. Well, it starts off almost like Indiana Jonesy Last Crusade.
Yeah.
It starts with we see Crusaders burying this ruby, don't we, in a tomb,
Yeah.
and it turns out it's in London. London gets properly wrecked during this. Have you
Yeah.
noticed London gets wrecked in a lot of films these days?
yeah, I think London might have introduced new tax breaks for
Yeah.
filming, so they're probably people trying
I
to
think
catch
there's a bit of
them.
that, but I think also the Olympics just made London an interesting place to the rest
Yeah.
of the world again. You know, because we had Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Star Trek did London.
Yeah,
Obviously, London has fallen.
yeah,
Skyfall was a lot of London stuff.
yeah. But Bond usually has a fair bit of London stuff.
Only, not really. I mean, he did in.
Skyfall had it. He had.
And
it
there was the
around a fair
boat
bit.
chase one, wasn't there? The
Yeah.
world is not enough. That was pretty cool. But usually it's not in London. But apart from the fact that he's going to get his mission.
Yeah,
Anyway, it starts off in London. They uncover this tomb that was buried, or I don't know. We see a sequence where it's 1127 AD, where these Templar Knights or Crusader Knights are from the Second Crusade burying this
Yeah.
thing. And then we see modern day. It's interesting they set this in modern day London. That's an interesting choice. Modern day, I should say, because I thought they'd set this like in the 20s or 30s for some reason.
yeah. That would probably have been a better idea, but they went with modern day because
Whatever.
I don't know.
Well, they can always go back in time with, say, Dracula, right?
Yeah,
And maybe even Bride of
they can go back.
Frankenstein.
They're probably going to go back with if they do a Jekyll and Hyde film.
There was a nod in this, wasn't there? We actually do see when is it the lab, what they called the Prodigium.
Prodigium.
We see
Prodigium.
a skull with vampire teeth.
Yeah.
We specifically say
So
that.
Dracula might have already been dealt with,
He may have. That might be what they were trying to hint at.
or a bride.
Yeah, it's a vampire. Of some sort.
A vampire has been dealt with.
So we see Russell Crowe leading the team to look at this place. They clear out everyone who's already there and sort of take over that, which had, to me, shades of Spider-Man Homecoming, actually.
Yeah,
I was wondering if there was going to be some sort of one of the workers being disgruntled and taking something, but it doesn't work out like that. And then we see this kind of flashback to this princess who's kind of expecting power from her father, right?
And then then the father has a son, so
by another wife.
yeah.
So she summons Set and does a deal with him and wants her lover to become the embodiment of Set and all this, that, and the other with a magic dagger, but she gets stopped. She becomes like magically, I don't know, changed.
She becomes
mummified.
No, they mummify her as a punishment. That she becomes empowered by Set.
Yeah, but they mummify her alive for eternity. They know she's not going to die, and bury it in Mesopotamia, different country even, in a pool of mercury. Really weirdly. That must have been something to do with the Egyptian rites, I would imagine. That's why they've.
Yeah. I think it's more likely that the writers just made something up, and the CG team wanted to have a bit of fun.
Mercury's kind of easy, I guess, because been that kind of effect's been around for a while, hasn't it? With like Terminator 2 and stuff. Anyway, we get Tom Cruise.
Oh
and his...
no, Mercury was found in Egyptian tombs that date from 1500 BC.
Oh, there we go. So we get Tom Cruise plays Nick Morton, and he's got a psychic vial. And they're supposed to be Vale. Sorry. They're like reconnaissance, aren't they? For
the US Army.
For the army.
I guess it's ISIS, which is kind of ironically named now.
Yeah, but basically we see artifacts getting destroyed by these ISIS fighters, don't we? And they're kind of looking at it. But he's got this info about this special site, so he just goes in. He's nicked it from this woman archaeologist after a one-night stand. about this info. So they go in there and sort of try and uncover this place. They get into a massive firefight, don't they?
Yeah.
Basically.
At which point they call down an airstrike, which blows a hole in the roof of this tomb. So
yeah. So the army turns up and says, "What the hell have you been doing?" He says, we thought we saw..." And he comes up with this cock and bull story about thinking there was civilians who needed sort of defending or something like that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And all this. But basically he's in there because he wants to see the tomb. They uncover this tomb. And it's interesting. I was actually really enjoying the film at this point.
Yeah.
And I was up to it
so far.
quite a while.
Except the interactions between Nick and Annabelle Williams' character, Jenny.
Yeah. I like that. She was angry.
There was just a bit where he was trying to play it off all cool, and she just wasn't having it, which I kind of liked.
Yeah. I thought
it's
that was
like, well,
good.
we did this and that, and she just goes, "We had sex."
Yeah, 15 seconds or something.
Yeah.
But I like the whole vibe of they weren't trying to protect something in here. That these things are facing inwards. They're guarding something, or they're trying to keep something in, and then they dig it out, and there's this weird looking sarcophagus they get out, don't they?
With a skull inscription on the front, which is pointedly different. So.
Yeah, and there's a curse on the side as well, isn't there? Which Tom Cruise gets. From the vibe. I didn't quite follow that, but it comes out in the script.
He got the curse by breaking the seal. So.
Oh, okay. Then they get into a plane, and the plane gets down by a load of crows.
Yeah.
A flock of crows. I really like this. The plane effects were... Well, it wasn't an effect. I think they did it practically somehow.
It's the vomit comet.
Amazing.
It was the vomit comet, which is a plane that goes up and then very sharply down.
And everyone froze
so
up.
That it's like three... without gravity, basically.
It looked fairly one shot to me. I don't know how they put it all together. Because they can't have done that all in one go, because they were rolling on the ceilings and across the floors and all sorts, right? Yeah. I thought it was really exciting, actually. I thought when I was watching, I was thinking, man, I wish I'd have seen this at the cinema, because I thought it was really gripping, the whole scene. And I like the fact...
I've just found a number for the amount of takes it would.
How many?
Was 64.
Oh, my God. You'd be so sick, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And that was just before the crews became sick to their stomachs.
Wow. It's a great, really exciting action set piece. Anyway, she gets away because he pulls the thing. Oh, hold on. Is it, no, yeah. And then he crashes, but he wakes up in the morgue.
Yeah. He wakes up in a morgue, and then everyone's confused.
Yeah, because how did he survive? And then suddenly Val appears as a ghost, which is very American Wealthy London.
I've not seen that film.
Okay, well, his mate turns up after he's dead and sort of starts talking to him in the same kind of way, you got to do this. We can't have us walking around. It's all a bit of that eventually.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned the plane crash is caused by Val becoming kind of possessed because he got bitten by a camel spider.
Yeah, he got bitten by a spider in the tomb after they broke the seal, and then that suddenly got worse. Yeah,
because there is a whole swarm of spiders at one point. Isn't it? All of that's very Indiana Jones, isn't it? That's the thing. Then it turns out he's all right, and then he kind of needs to go to find this woman, and we see the woman kind of arise, don't we, and suck the life out of these coppers.
She starts drinking people, basically.
Yeah, but then she can raise them as Walking Dead types, right? Slaves, which reminded me a little of the film Life Force. I don't know if you've seen that, but it reminded me of that a bit. The fact she kind of kisses them to suck the life out of them.
Okay,
it's kind of cool. Then he goes to this place where she thinks she is, and it turns out she's been directing him. She wants him to come there because she wants to stab him with this dagger.
Okay.
Which is set inside what they call a reliquary. Reliquary. Something to hide relics, right?
Yeah.
However, she's about to stab him and she stops suddenly because she notices the jewel's missing.
Yeah.
So, and then all these soldiers appear. And it turns out Henry Jekyll is leading his soldiers. This is where the film went off the rails, in my opinion. This is when it was trying to set up the whole world. But you didn't mind the prodigium stuff, right?
No, it was all the stuff after that, and some of the revelations during this part.
Yeah, so Prodigium, that is a secret society dedicated to hunting supernatural threats. It's a bit Warehouse 13, if anyone's ever seen that.
Yeah.
Or that kind of thing.
Torchwood.
Yeah, Torchwood. Reminded me a bit of like the whole X-Men thing, maybe. You know, basically this secret society protecting the world kind of thing.
Yeah.
This society suggested this society's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And we do see certain artifacts as they're walking through, such as a vampire's skull.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the nature of evil. And did he say something like he had a colleague who believed evil was like a virus, so there could be a cure or something like that? Which leads us to the whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde business, right?
Yeah.
I think.
This bit was very strange because they have her chained up in the middle of a room, like
in a really weird way,
full of mercury. Yeah, she's like on all fours with her arms behind her.
Yeah, it's a bit bondagey, isn't it? It's really weird. Rather than just tied up or something, or chained up. But it turns out she's kind of super strong anyway, so she gets out as soon as she likes.
Yeah.
She kind of gets out by getting a spider to bite one of the techs there, I think.
And she like possesses the guy. Yeah. Who then like undoes everything. So
yeah, though I like the scene, it was kind of stupid that Jekyll turned into Hyde when arguing with Nick. Really, you'd think that Jekyll...
No, I really liked Jekyll. Like he was just consistently friendly as he was trying to kill.
Do you mean Hyde?
Yeah, Hyde.
Yeah,
he was just like, we can work together as he bashed Tom Cruise's head against a wall.
Yeah, for some reason I was expecting Hyde to be a bit like the one in Van Helsing, you know, a monstrous beast.
Monstrous.
But I kind of like the fact that this is the older version, the more old-fashioned version of Hyde, where it's the same actor just doing acting.
Yeah.
Kind of. There's a bit of CG in there.
I liked, especially at the end, he's like, we can cut a deal, we can do everything, we can have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then Tom Cruise stabs him with the cure and he goes, good job, son. Good choice.
Good job. Yeah. I like the fact that the mummy, the woman summons a massive sandstorm to ravage London.
Yeah, with a face on it.
Yeah, nice.
Which is kind of what was in the Mummy trilogy, so...
Yeah. Did you find yourself comparing this to the Mummy?
Yeah, because... It was an actioned up version of the original Mummy, so I ended up keeping an eye on both. So
yeah, I have to say, I think my favourite Mummy film is probably still the first one, the Boris Karloff one.
Yeah,
even though it's quite a slow film, I kind of still like it quite a lot. Though the Hammer one, which I don't think we've watched, is pretty fun too.
Yeah, I think I need to see that.
Yeah, though I do like the Brendan Fraser one quite a lot.
Like, I'm not too much of a fan of like turning characters to like women just for the sake of it, but this one I found did it quite well.
What you mean, the female mummy? You mean?
Yeah, the female mummy. Like I wasn't too much of a fan of the female Thor thing when they did that in the comics. But this I quite enjoyed up until they got to the point where it's like, oh, and she's after you because she wants a husband, really.
Yeah, she wants a man.
I was like, no.
The vibe of it reminded me of Queen of the Damned. And I haven't seen the film of that, but I've read the book. You know, where it's like a senior vampire. Well, it's well, no, it's a vampire, but it's like an ancient vampire. But there is Anne Rice, who wrote Queen of the Damned, also wrote a book called The Mummy, which was very similar in some respects. It's a female who needs to get certain things to rebuild her body properly. Like life force, as it were. So there's definitely a touch of that. I feel that there was there could have been skirting like a lawsuit here, really, with some of this. But I don't know if anyone's put that together.
But I guess like putting themselves back together is like a thing from the old Mummy, because like he harvests organs and stuff. He does that in remake, in the 90s remake, and she does it more with just Life Force in this.
Yeah.
She's like able to put herself back together.
Yeah, I thought the CG slaves and stuff was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't great for this
Like
sort of day and age.
I had such low expectations going into this film. I was honestly expecting a bit where she's like drinking, like when she started like sucking the life out of people and sort of coming back together. I was going to be like, okay, how far until the point where they make like her boobs bounce out? Just as
You're
like a
expecting
thing.
all that. She was good though, wasn't she? She was a good
she was really creepy.
presence, and I liked some of the dialogue and the way it was put together. There were lots about this film I actually quite liked. I thought it just got a bit wrecked in the world building stuff.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, they could have just scaled it down just a little. It would have been okay. But
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a shame because the Hyde thing was fun, but it was completely unnecessary.
Yeah. I
So-
would have liked an entire film about that, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, I think I'd have liked to have waited to see Hyde in that film, not in this film, maybe.
Yeah.
So because it kind of got buried, and it felt like a derail of the film. And it turns out in the end, I mean, it cut to the chase. Tom Cruise kind of decides to because the woman Jenny dies, and like it turns out he's got a bit of a conscience after all.
Yeah.
Maybe he takes on the powers of Set so he can bring her back to life, right? And then uses that against the evil mummy
by
woman,
sucking her life out.
sucking her life out. And he's got this thing in with him, a cool effect where his kind of eyes split apart, so he's got two eyes in there
to show when he's like actually possessed by Set.
Yeah.
Because that's something she does as well. So.
Basically, they've created this universe where Tom Cruise is the Wizards did it kind of cure-all, possibly.
Yeah.
He's so powerful he can kind of beat everything if he wants to.
That's another problem. They've started this universe off by... They literally say at one point that he is the ultimate evil. So,
or possibly the ultimate
now he's
good.
just sort of wandering around. So
Yeah, he even reanimates his mate Val so they can go and rob tombs and stuff. I don't know, whatever. The thing is, it's like, why would a being like that want to goof around? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, right?
Well, he's still kind of Nick, so I guess he's trying to do that.
Now, the mummy, the woman, is like, she appears dead, but they still bury her again in Pool of Mercury, don't we?
I'd want to do that just in case, because the lady got out once.
So there's a good chance she'll be coming back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some of the actors. So we talked about Tom Cruise. You think he was a bit of a dick in this, but I thought Tom Cruise was solid.
Yeah, it was good acting, but I guess it was more like a writing problem.
It's the writing, yeah. What do you think of Annabelle Wallis?
I think she was okay, but she like fell in love with him way too quickly.
Yeah, they didn't have a chance to develop.
She got too sympathetic to him too suddenly.
Yeah, it was funny that when they ran out of a place, he just ran into an ambulance and drove off and almost left.
Yeah,
it's like, whoa. So what about Princess Amanette? She was pretty. We've already talked about
I said, I really liked her. She was fun. She was spooky and weirdly sexy in the same.
She was kind of athletic, wasn't she? As well.
Yeah,
she moved well.
She was on sprinting and like chasing them down as they drove around. So, including a really cool bit where she's striding around the streets of London with a giant sandstorm with her face on it behind.
That's cool. Again, that was very reminiscent of Life Force. I had a similar kind of vibe. That was cool. And then we had Jake Johnson as Vale.
Okay.
I thought he was all right. He reminded me a bit of the guy that played Poe Dameron. What's his name? Oscar Isaac. He had a bit of an Oscar Isaac vibe to him.
Okay.
He was all right. Could have been slight.
Yeah.
And of course, we got Russell Crowe.
Okay. I'm just reading a thing here that says that apparently the early script was about 50-50 between Nick and Amanette. So, and then Tom Cruise brought in writers and changed it all.
I think the balance was all right.
Directing as well.
I think the balance was just fine. Apart from, I think there could have been a bit less of the prodigium stuff. It was nowhere near as bad as I was expecting from what I'd heard. I have
Yeah.
to say, I kind of liked it. I didn't think it was great, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I still would have preferred Dracula as the starting point, but
Dracula
if
would be the starting
they've messed it up, so what are they going to do? Kind of thing. It was. I mean, I have to say, I'm not particularly bothered one way or the other about this Dark Universe business. They've not done a DC on it. It's not that bad.
No.
But
It's definitely not.
It's not Marvel though.
It's not Batman v Superman, but it's not.
but
it's never going to be like Marvel.
It's not Iron Man though, is it? What would you give it out of 10?
I'd give it about a 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6. It was decent. I wouldn't. I'd say watching it now, I think I'd have quite enjoyed it at the cinema.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I like some of the set pieces, and it was kind of fun.
I probably shouldn't have watched this with my friends because I guess one of them has watched Forrest Gump recently.
Right.
So literally, whenever someone said Jenny's name, she just went Jenny. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to wreck your mood. That is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of fun, but I really don't feel particularly strongly about the Dark Universe at all. The one I'm most interested in is probably Bride of Frankenstein, which you said is probably the next one?
2019, apparently.
Is Bride of Frankenstein and Dracula. Those two. The Creature feels
that's
like...
TBD. So.
I mean, the Creature always existed on its own, really, apart from Monster Squad. Right?
Yeah.
And maybe an episode of
Creature's
the Monsters.
The
Creature,
I wouldn't even count the episode of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Even though it definitely was the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
It was.
It was just like... It was just rubbish, so...
Yeah.
Anyway.
But the Creature never interact. The Creature was... First Creature film was way after any of the other Universal ones was done.
Yeah, it was about...
Abbott and Costello.
20 years later. So.
Yeah, Abbott and Costello was the last of all of them, of the the Wolfman, Dracula, and Frankenstein. And that was, I think, 48, and Creature was 52, and then that spurred three films in all. So even though it is a Universal, and we watched it as Universal, it doesn't kind of exist in the same universe as those, does it? But yeah. It's hard to see how that would fit in with any of this as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see, right?
I didn't notice this. Apparently there's a Gilman hand in the Presidium base.
Didn't notice that. Didn't see it.
Okay.
Okay. So
might have to go back and look for that. So
maybe there'll be a lot of prequel kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. I wouldn't be too averse to that. That kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so we weren't a big fan of this, but it adds to our Universal list, right?
Yeah.
So, there is that. And I think we had like 20 odd films on that last time I looked. So next time, we don't know what we're going to do, right? But we'll just see how it goes. Okay, all right, let's wind it up there. So, bye from me.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.